Hey Valley Middle, welcome to another STEMsday video. Today's activity is called Can of Corn and it's part of the Sandlot series. Now before I lay out the challenge, a couple of quick trivia questions. First of all, in the movie Sandlot, what was the name of that giant gorilla-like dog? And number two, you may have heard the phrase can of corn before. What does it mean and how did it originate? Alright, today's challenge will be to recreate the erector set bridge from the movie Sandlot. Now, if you remember in the movie, the kids had to get their catapult into the neighbor's yard, so they built this long inclined bridge out of erector set. Well, we're going to ask you to do something similar. We're going to ask you to build an inclined bridge strong enough to support a rolling can of corn. So instead of the catapult, we'll be using a can of corn. And instead of an erector set, we'll be using craft sticks. Now, in addition to those two items, you will also have a hot glue gun, 12 inches of masking tape, and a ruler to complete this activity. Let's take a look at some must-know bridge vocabulary. First of all, the bridge deck is the area that cars would drive over, or the base of the bridge. It's connected to the supports, the end supports, which are called abutments. Now, sometimes bridges will have a center pier or a center support. Today's activity, the first constraint is you will not be allowed to have a center support or a center pier. Here are the rest of the constraints and parameters. First of all, students may only use the materials provided. Number two, the bridge deck must be at least 24 inches long. Remember, no center support. Number three, masking tape can only be used to anchor the bridge to the abutments. Number four, the can of corn must travel across the entire bridge under its own power. Number five, you only have approximately 30 minutes to complete this activity. And number six, the bridge deck must have a slope of 1/12. Now I know that sounds scary to 6th and 7th graders, but 8th graders understand that slope is just really the rise over the run. So a slope of 1/12 is rising 1 and running 12. I'll plot a couple of quick points here at 0, 0. If I rise 1 and I run 12 on a coordinate grid, and I connect those points, I'll have a line that has a slope of 1/12. So the 8th graders will help us get this right here in our homerooms. All right, as you go through the process of building, evaluating, and redesigning your bridge, reflect upon these questions. How will you create the bridge deck? Will the deck support the weight? Will you have enough craft sticks and glue to complete the design? And will the can be able to roll across the bridge without falling off? If you finish up early and you've completed that initial challenge, why don't you add on to your bridge and try to make it more aesthetically pleasing? And then share a picture of your group and the bridge on Collab with me. All right, time for cleanup instructions. Please put the glue gun, ruler, and tape back in the plastic bags, throw everything else away, and leave time for a wrap-up discussion. Time for the answers to those trivia questions. First of all, the dog's name was Hercules, and in this picture here, they had to take and put baby food on Scotty Small's face to get the dog to lick it like that. And the second question, a can of corn is a routine fly ball. And now this term originated back in the old days when they had stacked things very high on the grocery store shelves. And sometimes they'd take a cane and reach up and pull it down. And then the grocer would catch the can, and thus the phrase can of corn was coined. All right, here's one more look at those constraints and parameters. Let me click in the slope so you can remember how that worked out, and you can go ahead and get started and enjoy your activity. Have fun today. Bye.